What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. Happy Monday to everyone, as I like to call it, Money Monday. So we're gonna find out if money's been made today or if money's been lost today. But anyways, regardless of that, let's get into the main bit, which is, first off, I want to give a shout out to all my Pip tonights. Guys, you are the best. For the millionth time, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate each and every single one of you for coming over and supporting me on my journey with YouTube to share with you the best possible technical analysis I can deliver. And I aim to go above and beyond for you guys in delivering the absolute best technical analysis I can within my ability to do so. I am continuing to learn my craft, and every step of the way I'm going to share it with you. Right, I will share it with you. And for the new guys that just stumbled across this channel for the very first time, guys, welcome to Pips and Points. On this channel, we mainly talk about the NAS100. Sometimes we talk about other pairs as well, right? But we mainly talk about the NAS100. And the aim of this channel is basically, I'm just showcasing how I analyze the market, how I plan to move within the market, and in doing so, you may find some opportunities for yourself. Now, in saying that, I am not a financial guru. I don't have it all figured out. I'm not pretending I have it all figured out. What I'm aiming to do is share with you the things I've learned, and hopefully you can obviously review it, do your own research and technical analysis, which I highly recommend, all right, to see if what I'm saying makes sense to you. And if it does, by all means, you put some skin in the game. Okay, now if you find the information that I'm going to be sharing with you today on this video useful in any way, shape or form, please hit the subscribe button, become a Pip tonight. I release videos in regards to the NAS100 on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. Now on the other days, the Tuesday and the Thursday, that is gonna be, I don't know, the viewer's choice, as I like to put it. Drop in the comment section what you want me to look at, and I will take a look at it. Okay, so for example, tomorrow I'm going to be doing the technicals for the DAX. The DAX, right? So we're going to be doing that. Okay, so with nothing more to say or to do, we're just going to get straight into it. So turn all the stuff on. Right, so this is what we had going on from Friday evening. Right, Friday evening we had this red candle flying all the way down. So we're just going to zoom in on that a little. We had this red candle zooming all the way down, and like I thought, there's going to be some kind of a pullback, and it is. We can see it right here. It's a pullback, this is most likely going to be a bit of a consolidation before it continues on its way down, in my opinion, right? And there's a couple levels I think it's going to go down to. So I think it's going to go down to at least 13008.23, but don't quote me on this because it can happen, it might not happen. Either way, I'm just saying, right? But the best possible level that I think this is going to go down to, because I personally believe, right, I strongly believe that the NAS is gearing up to push to the upside. And this structure that we're seeing right now, the little zigzag running down in the way that it's doing, going downwards, has a high percentage chance of pushing to the upside. But the only thing that is not cool for us at this moment in time is that I believe we're stuck in a downtrend for a period of time. So although I believe eventually market is going to push to the upside, I don't think this move is coming anytime soon, in my opinion. All right, so this little move that we got going on right here, okay, right, I would say it's going to be pushing downwards for a sell. Now I won't jump in there at the moment because I kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, so I am biased for the market to push to the upside. Okay, so even though market is trending, it's still going down, I'm going to be looking for buys, right? I would be looking for buys at key levels, like something like this. So let me just get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's change the color to say red. Right, so I'll be looking for buys around levels like this. okay? And I'm not going to get crazy ambitious to try to ride the buy all the way up to the upside. I'm just going to ride the buy in regards to the shape of the overall structure itself, and I'll hop off around here and I'll wait to see what it does. So these levels are areas where I'm thinking of taking buys, okay? These are the areas I'm thinking of taking buys. Now, I am going to go into a lower time frame to focus more in this area over here, but I just want to give like the macro view in terms of what I think is going to be going down and how we may obviously profit from it all, because that's what it's about. How can we get some bang for our buck, you know? So this level here is considered the high, so I'm going to disregard that, but this level I'm not going to disregard. So this is going to be a daily low. Daily low, right? So this is a daily low, and as you can see in my drawing where I plan on hopping on, where I plan to hop on, it kind of fits in with that vibe. It kind of fits in with that vibe. But we wait and see what market does, because there's still a lot of time to go. No, we don't want that. Now this area here, obviously this is the situation, right? We all know that is. We don't want to obviously talk about it, but we all know what this is. This here, if market comes down to this level, this is a worst case scenario, right? This is the worst case scenario to see the NAS at 6877.53. But however, it's not so bad if you're the lovely lady that left that message, left that comment that mentioned that she had ready, she took a sell at 16, so she took a sell around this level, right? And she's still holding it now. Well done to you. Well done to you. You saw the play, and to be fair, people like you are the kind of people I really want engaging in the comment section, right? Like really like let your thoughts run free so that we can all learn from you, okay? Because clearly you've seen a lot of things that I didn't see. I'm not going to say many people didn't see. I'm only going to speak for myself. I didn't see, right? So I would want to learn from you. So if you can drop some more comments in terms of potential plays or whatever, just drop it in there. I'll analyze it, and then I'll take a look to see if it makes sense. And if it looks good, I'll then jump in, because that is what it's about. So now that we've got these areas covered, so this is where we could go. This is where so this is where we could go now, right? So okay, start again. This level is where it could go, but I don't think it's going to go to this level. Reason why I said that is because this order block, which is this blue rectangle over here, right? We took it from this level right here, all right? It has visited this area too many times, and I personally believe that it's going to disregard it should it push back down into this level again, which I believe is going to do so. This particular level looks more realistic to me in terms of it looks like it could actually bounce from this level over here, all right, which will be 1231 8.29, okay? And then I believe it would then push back up to complete this overall structure, and it would head up to where this order block is, right? And this order block, if it makes its way up there, it would have touched it for the second time, all right? So first time here, this would be the second time over here, all right? And I believe that price will come down and push up to this level, and then it may push up, which is what I'd be hoping for, because I would have loaded up here, but I'm not going to do a crazy load, right? Because this thing is not moving right. I don't like how it's moving. It's not giving out free lunches anymore. It's not giving out free lunches anymore. So with that, I'm going to have to exercise extreme caution when I enter. So I think this level is where I would want to enter on a buy to push to the upside, get off around this level up here. At this level, when it hits this order block, I might sell back down and hopefully we reach this level, or I might do nothing. But like I say, we'll see, right? So now let's go into a lower time frame to really examine why I am saying what I'm saying. So for that, just so we don't miss it, we're just going to draw a little box around this area, a nice red one. and then we're going to go into the 4 hourly and let's see how that looks. So on the 4 hourly, we can see prices already come into the zone, and it's pushing back up again, right? It's pushing back up again. But however, is it what we want? Well, this is considered the low according to the MACD, right? It's considered the low according to the MACD, and this is considered the high according to the MACD. So basically, price will need to break above this level on the 4 hourly for it to make sense, right? This is on the 4 hourly. So now let's go back even further. Let's go in on a 1 hour and let's see what that says. Okay. Now on the 1 hour, price is definitely pushing up. This level is considered a high. This level is considered a low. And we need to wait for price to pull back down and pull up and break above this level to even consider taking buy positions. But that would be, I don't know about that. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know about that. Now, just looking at this, like how it is right now, I don't think it's necessary for me to go any lower than where I've gone right now in regards to the 1 hour, right? So let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens in the next few hours, okay? So if you're picking some up, if you've already bought some, all right, good on you for picking some up. But however, I will be exercising caution at this level because, like I say, this whole zone, it's visited this zone too many times and it's just on the tip of it right now, and it might push down. And how with this little curve to the upside at the moment that I'm looking at, I'm kind of getting this kind of vibe off it. This is the kind of vibe I'm getting off it. Kind of vibe I'm getting off it right now is going to push up to about where this is, and it'll most likely push back down again. But once again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? So, to support everything that we're looking at, we're going to look at some fundamentals, see exactly what's been going on. So first things first, because I haven't checked, so I'm just going to be just as surprised as you guys, whether it's good or bad in regards to what we see. So the first thing I'm going to look at, the first place I always go when I'm doing my fundamentals, is I go to Forex Factory. So first I go to Forex Factory, I'm going to hit refresh, right? The dates is all jumbled up, okay. So we hit refresh and we can see let's change the dates around. So let's say from Sunday to the 30th. Let's see what it says. Okay, so there's gonna be no news in regards to the US up until Thursday and Friday, right? So there's nothing happening. So right now it's just doing what it wants to do. There's nothing happening at all. So we're going to go back into the charts and then we're going to bring out the main NAS components. The main NAS components that we need to keep an eye on to see exactly what they're doing, right? So first things first, let's take a look at Tesla. And when I'm looking at Tesla, I don't like looking at it on the hourly. I like looking at it on the day, because on the day it gives me a much better vibe as to what to expect. So let's get rid of all of this stuff that we've done on here in the past. Let's get rid of all of this. And Tesla's doing really, really, really well, right? So when we look at Tesla, this is what we can see. And a lot of people say that the NAS is run by Tesla. I tend to disagree with that, because in my opinion, Tesla is way overpriced, okay, right? And I will say Google, Amazon, and Apple are most likely to be running the NASDAQ than say Tesla is, right? But however, it does have, it is valued quite high, so it plays a role in the overall direction of the NAS, where the NAS is going to go. So the first thing we're looking at is, although it is saying, what it's saying is a red actually, it is saying it is a red. So Tesla right now, it's a red, right? It's a red, and there's a good chance if you was to kind of draw out this little move over here, and it moves really erratic. It doesn't really have a uniform type of style at all. It's just very erratic. So at the moment, I would say I'll wait to see what Tesla does. I'll wait to see what Tesla does, right? We wait to see what it does, because it could do this. It could do this and continue on this journey to the moon, right? Which is good for the NAS. Which is good for the NAS. So if you see that kind of move, we know that's good for the NAS. But at the moment, we can see it's winding down to push up. But because it's winding down to push up, it means there's more down to go. So fundamentals might support that Tesla is going to be pushing up at some point very soon. But in regards to market structure, it's saying that it's going to be going down before it goes up. So I'm expecting Tesla to produce a new lower low in regards to this overall structure over here, right? But this is something that we keep an eye on as the days and weeks move forward. Okay, so now we go to Google, and Google has already broken a support level, right? So it's already broken a support level and it's on its way down. It has given a push to the upside. It has given a push to the upside that we can see here in regards to this wick over here. But in my opinion, the position of this parabolic red against this bullish wick tells me that this is just only going to push up for a bit and then it's going to swing all the way back down again. So this is not done falling, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? But it could happen. And if that was to happen, this would be a nice little landing zone for Google to come to right here, which would be 2218.37, right? And if we get Tesla, Google perform these moves, then we know that the NAS is going to be falling. And as it's producing these reds, the NAS will be falling in conjunction with it, right? It will be falling in conjunction with it. Okay, so I think this is Google C. Yeah, Google C, same sort of vibes. As you can see here, it's doing this thing. As a matter of fact, we don't even need this anymore. Let me just get rid of this one. Unflag Google. Yep. Okay, so we got rid of that. So let's look at Amazon. And Amazon right now, according to what we're looking at right now, is holding shape. It's holding shape. And if it is holding shape, the only move that Amazon is most likely going to make now will be this. Boom. Will be this, right? But let's see what happens. So we got two saying a possible pull to the downside, and we've got one saying a possible push to the upside, right? That's Amazon. So let's look at Netflix, and we all know what's going on with Netflix. Made a terrible decision. So this one is basically going all the way down to hell. So let's wait to see how low it goes. And one thing I will say is this: if I see Netflix below $100, because let's face it, Netflix isn't going anywhere, right? It's made a bad decision, but people are still going to use Netflix because they produce awesome content. We can't take that away from them. They produce awesome content. They are a very good company. I know they're a good company. I just know that they weren't thinking. So because I know they weren't thinking and price is falling, there is two areas that is looking very, very, very healthy for us as Netflix begins to fall. And that is this area over here, this gap that must be filled, okay? So seeing this tells you that price at some point is going to return back to it. It will return back to it. And right now we're getting a discount. Netflix is on a sale. And if we're smart about it, we can get it for nothing. We can get it for nothing. So Netflix is going all the way down to hell, right? So we've got one possible stock saying that it wants to go up. And we've got three stocks that are saying they're going down, right? Now let's look at Apple. Apple saying the same thing. Apple's saying that it wants to go down. Maybe not all the way down to hell, but it wants to go down nonetheless, right? So let's look. So if we do this across, and if we do this, we can see there is a chance it might want to bounce to the upside, but there is nothing on this level confirming that it will want to bounce to the upside. The only level that I can see where it might want to bounce to the upside from would be from here, right? But when it comes to stock, you also need to bear in mind the fundamentals as well. So you need to pay attention to what Apple is saying when they're saying it, and how this looks when they're saying it, right? Will determine where it's going to go. So we could have this kind of move with Apple. We could have this, boom, boom, right? Because if it pulls down low to about this level, right, and it starts pushing up, there's a very good chance it's going to break this overall structure. It's not a given, it's not a fact, it's just a possibility that could happen, a very high possibility that could happen. But let's wait and see. But what's the most likely scenario is it's going to do this. It's going to come down here. It's going to come down here, and then we're going to see what it's going to do. So Apple right now is saying that it is going down too, right? That's the vibe we're getting off Apple. As you can see, I do like to draw a fair bit on my charts. I do like to draw a fair bit. And Facebook, good old Facebook, good old Facebook. I think this was an analysis I was doing for my mate, and I was telling him where would be a good spot to pick up from. But yeah, like literally, he looked at it, and I don't think he did anything in the end. Don't think he did anything in the end, and I'm kind of glad he didn't, because that would have been a false alarm, and you would have. And here is where we would have got wrong, because I would have told him, right? Because I know myself, I would have told him that it would have been a buy from this level right here, okay? And then look what happened. Got him all excited, pushed all the way up, and then the following day gapped all the way down here, right? So he would not have been impressed. So I'm glad that he got bubble guts. He really couldn't understand what he was doing, so he didn't do anything, which is what I prefer. If you don't know what you're doing, do nothing. Don't make a move, do nothing. So looking at Facebook right now, Facebook once again is looking like it's pushing, well, it's pushed down, right? But however, it's looking like it's at a potential key level, a potential key level, and this is where it is, 185. 185. So what we could have is, we could have something like this, right? We could have something like this happen. It could push back up again, right? I'm not going to say push all the way back over here, because we're not there yet, so we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to just keep it simple to the basic structure for now, right? And if it does that, that will be good for NAS. So there is a potential. So there's two stocks that are in position to push to the upside, okay? That is, which one was it? I think it was Amazon. Yep, Amazon and Facebook. So Amazon and Facebook look like they want to push to the upside, okay? And all the rest are looking like they want to go down. So now let's look at Microsoft. Microsoft is in the same kind of position as Facebook and, Meta and Amazon, right? Which is at a key level, right? It's pushing up from a key level, and we could have this type of vibe going on. We could have this type of vibe going on, right? That is with Microsoft, okay? And then we have Nvidia. So all the guys that like to mine Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other cool stuff, but they're the main guys that are actually queuing up all night to buy these graphic cards, by the way. The average Joe that needs it for the proper stuff, he doesn't order nearly as much as the guys that are really using it for cryptos. So they're the ones driving up this pricing at the moment. But this structure, I really like. I like the look of this structure. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do. I really do. I really do. Because although it is winding down, it's looking like a bit of a squeeze, right? Now, the key thing is this has broken a price action level at 209.64. Okay, so it's broken the price action level, but there's another price action level down here that is already wicked through, and we don't know if it's going to break through or not. If it does break through, there are other levels it could go down to. So we've got these levels right here, these levels it could go down to. But the main thing for us that we're trying to understand is what the NAS is going to do and how it's going to do it. And so far, right, if this was a party that was about to vote, there is more leaning towards sales than there were actually leaning towards actual buys, right? There is more leaning towards it falling all the way down than buys. And if you look at this overall structure, because it's broken this level and it's at this level now, but it's kind of wicked through, there's a good chance it might even go even lower, right? But the cool thing for us is when it does decide to push up, if we have a unison of pushes to the upside, okay, that is further going to reinforce our position with the NAS, right? And going by how these structures look, I would want to keep it extremely humble in terms of where I put my TP, because it's not going to be shooting all the way up to 1600. Like, I'm not going to say that's a fact, but I don't think it's going to be pushing all the way up to 1600. So now, if we look at PayPal, we can see we have a situation where price must fill. So you've got this gap right here, which is good for us, right? But price is pointing downwards. Price is definitely pointing downwards. Definitely is pointing downwards, as we can see. And at the moment, we're waiting to see if this level right here will be broken, because this is considered a high, right? This is considered a high. So, but what I have noticed in regards to this over remove, right? So if I look at this, so this is all highs. Okay, cool. So if I was to look at this right now, and this is producing a new low, this is considered a high. It's only up until, yeah, up until this level is considered a low, but this whole area here is considered a high, and this is considered a low. So if price pushes up, I would need price to basically break above this level, right? But even if it's a minor push to the upside, that is good for the NAS in terms of should we get these levels. And these are moves that are all happening now in conjunction with it landing somewhere around here, around this level, 1231 8.29, right? This is what we're all gearing up this information for. What is the likelihood it's going to push down to these levels over here, right? And then if you start getting the structures in all of these other ones start to push back to the upside, then we can expect to hit target somewhere around here, right? That is just in my thinking, in my opinion. If someone's got a better analysis, by all means share it, because I am here to learn. And one of the main reasons, actually, let me just say this, one of the main reasons why I actually do this channel, right? Yeah, the real reason why I actually do this channel is by me talking about what I'm doing makes me better at what it is that I'm doing. And it's just cool that I happen to find an audience that enjoys what I'm talking about and is able to take advantage of it. That's the main reason why I do what it is I do, right? That's the actual main reason why we're doing it. Because talking about what you're doing, you're able to commit everything you do to memory a lot easier than if you just don't talk about it. Because talking about it is you're accessing other parts of your mind that allows you to retain information much more better than if you were just to keep it all to yourself, because then it's easier to forget. Okay, right? So Pepsi, I still wonder who drinks Pepsi, but people do, apparently, somewhere they do. They do, right? So Pepsi is pushing up. So Pepsi is the only one that's looking promising, and the NAS has completely disregarded the whole Pepsi vibe. But I'm gonna keep Pepsi in the list because it's one of those ones that it can kind of let you know a few things. It's a subtle little thingamajig that helps you gauge the overall direction of where things are moving, right? Okay, so Pepsi is doing what it was doing, what I said last time, so we're just going to leave Pepsi to do what it's doing, right? And then we're going to do EA Games. The gamers, the future of the internet. Those awesome people that just be sitting there playing video games all day. Guys, if you're one of these people, yeah, try to go outside, get some sunshine, right? Try to do that. Okay, so EA, although we have the price pushed to the upside, it's looking like it's going to go down some more before it pushes up. And this will push up. This will push up, in my opinion. It absolutely will push up. The question is, when is it going to push up? Let me just see how many times it's visited certain levels. This one is an interesting one, okay? This one is an interesting one that I'll be keeping an eye out for. But looking at how it looks from here to here, this whole level, this whole zone right here, I would say it's going to do a bit more falling. I would say it's going to do a bit more falling, but don't hold me on that. We're just going to keep an eye on it in the coming days and weeks, see what it does, right? And eBay. Now, eBay structure does not fill me with joy at all. It doesn't fill me with joy. This move, I don't like. I don't like. And if you've been on my channel for any period of time, you will know that these types of structures have a very high chance of breaking down. So where it is, it looks like it could push up. Push means it will support our move with the NAS to the target level where we want it to go, okay? But overall, this structure basically means it's going to push down some more. Hence why when we go back to the NAS again, so if you went back to the NAS, take a look at that, right? This level starts to make more and more sense as you go through the list of the NASDAQ composites to see what they're doing. This level begins to make a lot of sense. This level makes sense too, but this level begins to make a lot of sense because all of them are looking like all they want to do is go down, right? So this is eBay, and eBay may give us this, right? And then we could get that all the way back down again, right? And if you look at what eBay is doing right now, it's pretty much at head and shoulders. It is pretty much head and shoulders. I mean, this is it. Shoulder, head. Might be forming a shoulder here. Then break to the underworld. That's how it looks to me, right? So that lovely lady that is putting a sell in the NAS at 1600 or just above 16 something anyways, quite high up. Like, you've done very, very, very well. I am super impressed that you've made such a move, and I know there's more guys like that in this channel that are just keeping their mouth real quiet. They don't want to make no noise. They don't want anybody to know they're there. But guys, listen, don't be shy. Let us all learn together. If you've got some insights, if you've made the awesome move, right, jump on there and just tell us about it. Just share it with us. We want to know so we can improve our game. Because the key thing for me is, if you made a really cool entry like that lady did, right, what I want to do is I want to go back and check it out to see if I could have spotted it before it happened. If I would have spotted it, and if I would have been like, okay, yes, it's going to go all the way down to this level. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so by all means, guys, please share. But in terms of what we're looking at right now, right, so getting back to where we are in terms of what we think the NAS is going to do. In my opinion, this thing is not done falling, and it's going to keep falling, right? It is going to keep falling, and even though we're getting a bit of a pullback right now, push to the upside in regards to the new bullish candle that we've got, I still think it's going to fall back down again, and it's going to either land here, which I highly doubt, but it could land there and then begin to push up, or it's just going to fly all the way down. But everything I've looked at in regards to the major NASDAQ composites tells me that it's going to push down before it pushes up. And when it pushes up, it's not going to go that far. It's going to go up to a certain point, and then it's going to push all the way back down again. So guys, with that said, oh, and another thing though before I go. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to be doing another video, and this video is going to be on the DAX, right? Because a gentleman jumped in the comment section and put in a request what he wants me to analyze. So I'm going to analyze the DAX for you in the best way I possibly can, right? DAX is not something that I watch all the time, okay? So once I've done that, if it all looks good, go and double check, do all the homework, check all the places where you need to get the fundamentals from to make sure everything makes sense before you put some skin in the game. That is super important, right? Super, super, super important. So I'll be doing that for you tomorrow, my friend. So tomorrow we're going to get that done, and hopefully I'm going to do an awesome job, and we're going to be able to see where the DAX wants to go, and then obviously you put some skin in the game after you've double checked everything that I said, right? Because that's important. Okay, so with nothing more to say or to do, my awesome Piptonites and newbies, if you found this information useful and you are new, it will cost you nothing to hit the like button. It will cost you nothing to drop a thumbs up. And if you think I'm super awesome, which I'm trying to be awesome for you guys, hit the subscribe button. Become a Piptonite, okay? And I release videos in regards to the NAS Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And in between that is viewers requests. So whatever you want me to look at, I'll look at it for you. All right. If one person drops something in there, I'll look at that one thing. If 100 people drop something in there, I'll look at the best ones, or I'll try to do as many of them as I possibly can and deliver it to you guys. All right. So with that said, my awesome human beings, the Piptonites and the new guys, you guys are the best. Wherever you are, I wish you absolutely good fortune in your trades, good fortune in life, good fortune in health, good fortune in everything that you do, right? And I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video, which will be about the DAX. And then the day after that will be the big video on the NAS, the NAS100. So with that said, guys, you have an awesome day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. This is Jono signing out.